In today's hectic world, most households revolve around the kitchen, and some of them might not be quite as organized as you would think or would like.
So Melissa Schmallenberger, better known as Ms Simplicity, is here today to, I must have written this too, Lisa, spoon feed us the basic ingredients of a creatively organized space to suit your personal needs. Welcome back. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you. I love all those food and dish puns and stuff like that. Yeah, so basically I wrote the book because the one area of the home that people, if they can just get that one area organized, is the kitchens. And the way I wrote the book is I wrote it through steps, and it's like 23 steps. Do this the first day, do this the second day, and they're all in manageable, like bite-sized pieces, because a lot of organizing books, it's like this thick, and then honestly, when I go to organize people's homes, guess what I find? Organizing books all over the place. Nobody ever uses them. So I wanted to write a book that was short, simple, kept our attention. I have cartoons in it. I have bullet points in it. I mean, super easy to read and I think to implement as well. And really the ultimate goal is to get the family back around the dinner table, because when I was organizing clients, I had a client, she had papers all over her stove. And when I left, she gave me a hug and said, thank you, you just gave us back family mealtime.
That was nice.
And if you think about it, I mean, our kitchens are used for homework, paying the bills, mail spot, I mean, just everything but eating these days. So I really want people to get back to having family dinner again. I did that with my kids, and it's, I mean, there's just nothing like it. So
yeah. What's the first step? I mean, because the one thing about the kitchen, there's always so much action going on. What's the first step to kind of going, okay, I'm going to get this thing so it can be somewhat permanently organized?
Right. Well, honestly, day one is just to wash down the outside of your cabinets. And people are like, what? I'm like, nobody's ever done that. But if you take a serious look at your cabinets, there's like grease stains. I mean, they're filthy. So that's probably one of the longest days is to do that. And we just have so much extra stuff. So we had your producer bring in some stuff because you guys didn't bring in stuff.
No, that was...
But I did get the black memo to wear black today, so I am glad about that. So let's just talk about a couple things. So I have you take apart your kitchen piece by piece. So let's say this would be like measuring cups and spoons. So you would gather them all together. And like for me, I went from a 4-bedroom house to a 1-bedroom apartment in Seattle. We moved in 2 U-Haul pods. That's all we took. Majority of the stuff in our U-Haul pods, kitchen stuff, and my photos and scrapbooks. Otherwise, we left it all. So to be very mindful of what's in your kitchen, like this would be something I would never have. And do you know why?
Why?
Well, because it's big. It'd be hard to store. You couldn't nest stuff inside of it. And I don't really need like 4-cup measuring cup that often. So I just have a very simple just one set of measuring cups, and that's it. And I bought quality stuff too. I just helped my middle son set up his first apartment, and we really focused on quality, not quantity. So for him, instead of buying a big set of pots and pans, I said, all you need is a skillet and a stock pot. So he spent his money that he would on a big set and just bought a really nice skillet and a really nice stock pot.
So backing up, what you told us to do is bring some stuff from our kitchen that we don't use.
Right. Right. And why is it in your kitchen?
Yeah.
Because usually it's like, okay, so maybe like this came as a set. Well, these do the same thing. Why do you need 2 potato mashers? And usually we grab the same things over and over again. So I'd say get rid of the one you don't use.
Like then with the pots and pans, why have a whole cabinet full of them when you only use 2?
Right. And it's really funny because I downsized probably the contents of my kitchen by a lot, and I really haven't missed anything yet, because it's okay to get rid of stuff, because we all have neighbors and friends and are like, oh my gosh, I need a sausage maker or something like that. There's no reason for you to have it. Chances are somebody has it. So I like to borrow things too. And like this is really big to store. And if it's like, oh, we use this once a year for a picnic or something like that, do you really want to keep something that you only use once a year? Because it takes up a lot of space. Your kitchen is prime real estate. So
when you work with people, what do you find is the hardest thing for people to let go of?
I think items that have memories behind it. So like I moved my china and crystal that I've been married for 28 years. I moved it. We don't use it, but I moved it because it has sentimental value.
Yes. Yeah.
I have like a slicer that I got from my grandma who's been dead for 30 years. You know, I kept that. And I think a lot of it is sentimental stuff and then stuff that we intend to use. So like I had this beautiful clay. I got from Pampered Chef. Gingerbread house making kit. You know how many gingerbread houses I made with my kids when they were little? 0, none. So why did I keep it? Because I had the memory that we're going to do this very fun family activity, and I'm like, no, I'm never going to do it.
So you're back in town. You have this great new book that I feel like I might even be able to read. Because if you would come with something this thick, I'd be like, I
put bullet points in it. It is for the attention deficit people like myself.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So you're going to be
at the library tonight at 6:30. I'm going to do a little talk, Q&A session, and a book signing. And then I'm also going to be at Red River Copy tomorrow afternoon as well.
Nice. And where else can people get the book?
Always at Red River Copy and Amazon. So just search for my name on Amazon or Simply Organized, and you can buy it. And it will be here in 2 days.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was great to see you
Thank
again.
you. Good seeing you guys. Thanks for having me on.
Getting a book done is no easy feat. So.
No, I've learned a lot. I call them an expensive business card. So
stay with us. Coming up on today's show, some warning signs to watch out for as your kids head back to the classroom.